Hello everyone, my name is Sonam Sandhu and today I am here with an amazing video. I am basically calling it amazing because it really helped me when I was preparing for IELTS. So that particular time I was always confused what all connectors should I use when it comes to writing task 2 and writing task 1. I was somehow bewildered at times that this is not the right one, this is the right one, what should I use, what next? I was getting confused and at times I used to forget it, like what is happening now, what should I use next? So what? I basically developed an idea, and this is something which I came up with this idea when I was teaching my students. I remember there was a session when I was teaching my students, and that particular time I came up with this idea and it really helped me. So guys, I'll just tell you one thing, this is a foolproof idea because देखिए, practically speaking my ideas are lengthy, okay? The way I explain, the strategies I give you, at times they are lengthy, but these lengthy techniques are foolproof. I do not believe in tips and tricks. I believe in 100% surety. So for surety, we need to give you proper explanation. So this is something which I'll be doing in today's video. Watch the video till the end. It will be very helpful for each and every student who is unable to get a good band score in writing exam. So I'll say there are students who are unable to get 7. So what all do they need to do? So this is one of the things which they really should do, which they really should implement in order to get a good band score. And for the students who are not even able to get 6, then also they should do this. Complex sentences, if I talk about, are very important when it comes to essay writing or be it letter writing, because what is happening, they do not want us to write simple sentences, because even a 4th class student or a 2nd class student can write simple sentences. It is an IELTS examination. They want us to judge. They are actually judging us on the basis of knowledge we have, on the basis of grammatical accuracy. So what will I suggest here is related to connectors. Okay, so I made it a point whenever I used to write the essay, and that too I was always aiming for like 7.5. So for that, what I used to do, I actually noted down these connectors and I made it a point that I'll use each and every connector in my essay. Okay, and this really helped me. That day onwards, I never faced any problem in number of complex sentences I was writing. So this is something which really helped. So let us discuss it one by one. But before discussing, you should consider what exactly it is. The first one is bands. You remember when we were doing trigonometry in school, so teachers must have given you one trick or the other. So here is this rule only, bands BREW. याद रखो बस इस word को, it is bands BREW. And what does it mean? It doesn't mean specifically anything. You just need to memorize it for the number of complex sentences you write in any essay. So this is what I implemented and I got the score as well. So basically here talking about B. So for B, we'll be using besides this. This is the connector we'll be using. And this is used whenever we have to explain some other idea. Let's say they have asked us to write 2 advantages or 2 disadvantages. So we have already explained one advantage. Now we are planning to start another, and for that we'll be writing besides this. Okay, another like this. It is although. Now this is a very useful word and it can be used in conclusion. Make it a point whenever you are explaining, whenever you are writing conclusion, you can use this word. In conclusion, although the problem has been rising at a rapid pace, although pollution has been increasing at a rapid pace, comma, it can be eradicated with few remedies. So basically it can be eradicated with few remedies. It can be rectified with certain measures, with few measures. So this is the way we have explained. Although conclusion में use करना है. Guys, basically for the connectors, I actually have a separate video. I'll put the link on the screen so that you can go through that video as well. Here I'm explaining you the rules so that you can remember all these words. Okay. So basically the next one is, so here we are using N. Okay. So what we'll be doing here? For N, we'll be using a very useful connector, and that is not only and but also. You must have heard this many a times, but here many students are facing problem. You should not add comma between not only and but also. It should be all in a flow. So not only we can use this, not only pollution is increasing at a rapid pace, but also affecting the lives of many. Okay, not only pollution is increasing at a rapid pace, but also affecting the lives of many. So we have written this, we are explaining 2 points. Instead of adding besides this, we have made it a complex sentence and we have used not only but also for that without any comma in between. I have a separate video, I'm going to make a separate video for punctuation marks as well. That will also be helpful for you. So I'll make you like, this is very important. If you want to get 7+, punctuation and complex sentences are actually saviors. So do not forget these two. Okay. So next was not only and but also. I believe you understand, you basically understood this as well. So now the next connector is despite this. Okay. So what exactly is despite this? Or despite this. So whenever we are using despite this, we are just explaining कि despite this we need to do this, despite the fact that the problem is increasing, comma, it can be rectified with certain measures. So basically despite the usage is quite similar to although. So they are correlated to each other. We can say they are quite similar to each other. So that is the use of despite. Okay. Now S. Basically, this is the connector which can easily be used in any letter writing. You can actually start your second para or the third paragraph with since. And since, very important connector. Since I have been working with your organization for 9 years, I will serve proper notice period. Since I have been working with your organization for 9 years, I will serve proper notice period. I'll not leave without giving you the notice period. So this is something you want to explain and you can start it like this. Understood? So we are halfway done. So basically, like it's quite difficult at times. You guys are using the normal connectors as in to embark on, to commence with. It is not the right way, and as far as my opinion is concerned, do not use such connectors. Try to use something different. So for that we need to think out of the box, and I have already thought out of the box for you. So just need to note down this bands brew, mind mein rakh lo. Yes, you need to just recall bands brew every time you are writing any essay or maybe any letter, so that you can recall this and you can use all the connectors. Understood, guys? Now let us proceed further. The next one is B. Okay, it is because of. So let's say we are talking about global warming. Okay, global warming is proliferating. Okay, is proliferating and drastically because of the usage of certain, अब क्या हो रहा है, because of the waste disposal system in our country. So we can use one or the other thing. We are explaining our point and we have used because of in between, or this is basically the word which I always prefer using it in beginning. Okay, because of the increasing problem of, because of the global warming, many people are getting affected, their health is getting affected because of this. This is something we can explain when it comes to because of. Now the next one is R, and R is rather than. And what is rather than, guys? Rather than, basically when we are using rather than, this is the word which can be used in the beginning. Rather than doing this for a long time, people should do this. Rather than, we can say, rather than keeping the inmates in the prison for a long time, comma, they must be taught certain skills in order to become a useful member of the society. So rather than this, they should be taught certain skills in order to become useful member of the society. So here I am explaining this. इसके बजाय, rather than is इसके बजाय ऐसा होना चाहिए. So that is rather than. I believe ये अभी तक आपको अच्छी तरह समझ आ रहा है. Guys, I'll suggest you one thing here. try to prepare sentence on each and every connector, and not only one. I'll recommend you to make minimum 3 to 4 sentences on each and every connector, so that you get used to it and you'll actually remember this particular thing very well. This is really important task, and this really helps you in getting a good band score. Complex sentences are indeed important, so we need to consider this and as a crucial part. Okay, so now we have already explained many. So now E. So what will we use for E? You must have heard about either or. When we are talking about two things, okay, either this or that, okay, either of two, you should do either of two. They can either opt for, basically what can they do? Here we can explain, they can either opt for full-time employment or go for part-time one. So या तो वो full-time employment ले सकते हैं, or they can go for part-time work, which will save time for the household chores as well. So here I am explaining either and or. This is the way we'll be using either or. Okay. Now the last one, which is actually indeed important, used in introduction. So you can use this particular word in introduction easily, and this is basically while and whereas. It can easily be used when we are talking about two section of societies. We are talking about two sections of society. One thinks this and the other thinks this. So we are talking about two groups. Okay, so one of the group thinks this, the other group thinks this. So what is happening? While, so we'll just start with this. There is a section of society who, what is happening? Section of society, we are talking about this section. There is a section of society. What we are explaining, there is a group of people who thinks that, okay, there is a group of people. We are using group. So group is used for, we'll be using which. There is a group of people which thinks that, what is happening here, which thinks that consuming fast food is not injurious for health, while or whereas the others, whereas others do not think so, others do not believe in this, others do not agree with this. So this way we have used while and whereas. So this is something which is very important, and you can actually remember it like this only, bands brew. Now whenever you write any essay, just recall bands brew. You'll never forget anything and you'll never face any problem. One last thing which I want to explain you is however. However is a very important connector which can be used in intro, and it can be used in body paragraphs and well, and with this connector we can even use semicolon. So I'm going to explain you this particular connector in my punctuation session as well. But here when we are talking about however, please make it a point that you start using this connector also. It means parantu. When we are talking about something, we'll say parantu. Okay, however, this is not the case. However, there are solutions which can be taken. However, this is the most effective solution to get rid of this problem. So this is the way we can use however. So I believe today's session actually was helpful for you, and if you understood each and everything, do not forget to like and subscribe my channel. And those who have been watching me for a long time, thanks a lot for your love and appreciation. Now I am available on each and every social media page. You can even see me on Facebook, on TikTok and on YouTube as well.